Hi everyone, I'm Fan Keyue from Tianjin University. Today I'm very glad to be there to introduce our new work. We propose a method to generate semi-realistic paintings. This figure is an overview of our work. First, we generate a semi-realistic shadow from a line drawing and a simple flat shadow image. Then, we generate the flat color by line drawings and user hints. And then, we merge these two parts of paintings to get the final result. To the best of our knowledge, this is the first framework for reproduction it. Before everything starts, I want to introduce that what is the semi-realistic painting. We know that in animation, video games, and films, there are lots of 2D paintings needed, such as illustrations or game concept arts. At present, there are two main styles of 2D paintings. That is semi-realistic painting and flat color painting. As the picture shown in the slide, picture A is a semi-realistic painting, while the picture B is just a flat color painting. Flat color paintings only rely on lines and flat colors, which has a few light and shade. A semi-realistic painting needs a large number of shadows to express the structure and content, so artists always spend more time to draw it. And it also requires a higher skill. Our purpose is to generate the first kind of paintings. It is not only very interesting, but also useful. Based on deep learning, there have been many works focusing on art painting generation. Some works use style transfer or image-to-image translation to generate art paintings. If we use this method to complete our goal, it will get questionable results. Other works, such as style-to-paint or paint trainer, can colorize the line art, but they are all focusing on the flat color paintings, and they can't generate the semi-realistic painting. That's the second kind of paintings. No one focuses on the first one. Our contributions can be summarized as follows. We propose the SemiPainter, the first framework to generate semi-realistic paintings. We separate the complex generation work into two parts, shadow generation and flat color drawing. We use a flat shadow to get shadow generation and drawing a flat color image to compose with shadow, which avoids the color confusion caused by directly coloring the shadow image. Now, I will introduce our method. This picture is a flowchart of our framework. It consists of three networks. The orange part is the illumination light. We input the flat shadow in it. It uses 5 convolution blocks to predict a line direction, as this red vector. Flat shadow and line art ascend into shadow night and produce a semi-realistic shadow. The green part is color night. It needs line art and color hints as input. After upsampling and downsampling, it produces a flat color image. Finally, we compose the two results to get the final result. Previous slide has introduced the illumination night and the shadow night. The two parts consist of the shadow generation part. The shadow night has a gun structure. We use an unit network as a generator and use a patch discriminator. For the coordination of shadow night, we add global light vector to the end of downsampling layer, because the local information may affect the global shadow generation. So we add the self-attention layer to the network, just as the purple bar shown on the picture. The equation 1 is the loss function. It includes L1 loss, perceptual loss, and gain loss. Coloring the shadow directly will magnify the artifacts of shadow images. Therefore, we choose to generate a flat color and then mix it with shadow. The color night also has a GAN structure. Because we want to realize the controllable generation, we introduce the user color hints. Our network recognizes different picture structures, such as hair, face, or hand. Under the guidance of the user hints, the network pins the flat color on the same part of the line art. The equation 2 is the loss function. In order to improve the color saturation, we add SSIM loss. The equation 3 is a regular item, aiming to further improve the color saturation. We found that the shadow gives the image a 3D structure is mainly realized by deepening the current color and increase the saturation. Therefore, we use the shadow image to increase the saturation and the brightness of the color image. To convert the color image in HSV space. The detailed algorithm can be seen in the equation 4 and 5. Next, I will show our results. The first group is from Shadow Night. We compared our shadow results with Shade Sketch and Deep Normal. We can see that Shade Sketch generated only flat shadow, and some results are questionable, especially on the face. And the results provided by Deep Normal also didn't work very well, as they look more like indentations on paper. But our results are more like the semi-realistic shadow. We can see they are more significant on face image. The second group is our final results. We use the same user hints to get the generation. Compare with pixel to pixel, which show on the second column. They cannot produce usable results. While those paint changer on C column and steel to paints on D column, they can produce usable results, but they can only draw flat color. The last column is our result. It can be seen that only our results can generate semi-realistic paintings. This group is an abbreviated study. The C column has a flat color results without shading. It's just flat color and don't have semi-realistic structure. And the D column as a result of directly colorized shadows, which creates a color confusion and have lots of artifacts. Due to the page limitation, this figure has been deleted from our paper, but I want to show it in my presentation, just to show that how can our method help artists to try different color. By giving different user hints, they can get different results in a very short time. The color on the left side of the picture are color of background, hair, skin, tie, and raincoat. In numerical results, our methods obtain higher scores. On the other hand, for art paintings reproduction, people's subjective feelings even more important than scores. So we also add some user study. In user study, we randomly select 3 groups of images generated by 3 methods in Table 2. We ask the users to select the image that is visually closest to the semi-realistic style. The results show that most users think that our method produces better results. We propose a method to generate semi-realistic paintings, which cannot be achieved by existing methods. But there are still limitations in our work. When a higher resolution image is input, the shadow net do not work very well. We think that trying to use better image generation framework may help. In the future work, automatically refinement of semi-realistic paintings can be considered. Not only can it improve the current results, but they can also really help the artist to paint faster. That's all. Thank you for your attention.